Now we are going to begin the second chapter of the interactive story of Reincarnated as the Frog Prince, which is currently up for free on StoryLoom. You look at the two sets of double doors and consider where you want to take your exam, the dungeon or the dark forest. You're most excited about testing out your offensive skills in the dungeon and getting closer with either Odette or Siegfried, testing out your defensive skills in the dark forest and getting closer with Meddie or Henry. Make sure the music is on. Wait, here we go. There we go, okay. So last time we went after Henry, so let's keep going after him. You pass through the double doors that take you to the entrance of the dark forest. When you materialize at the entrance of the dark forest, you notice the group of students has teleported along with you. One of the professors of magic makes her way to the front of the group in order to get everyone's attention. Welcome to your magic exam, students. The cautious souls that have decided to brave the dark forest. This challenge is definitely not for the faint of heart. The goal is to make it safely to the dark forest, to the misty lake where the Hippocute herb grows. The herb is protected by a boss-level monster. If your party defeats the boss and uses the herb to make a healing potion, you will have passed the exam. Yes, you heard correctly. I said party. Groups of 4 students will enter the dark forest together, so hurry and form up your party. You look around to see that all the other students are quickly forming groups of 4. You're happy when you spot a familiar face. You've been excited about getting to know the cursed maid Meddie better, the handsome blue fairy Henry better. So, if you want to pursue girls, go this way. If you want to pursue guys, go this way. But, you'll be hanging out with everybody. Here we go. You sheepishly approach Henry and think of what you can say to him to break the ice. You begin by saying, "Isn't this so cool, a real dark forest? This is just like a video game." Or, "Hello again, would you like to team up?" So you're either going to geek out or play it cool. Personally, I like it when poor little Gama geeks out. Not everybody's going to react well, but Henry's a nice guy, so let's see how you react. You're very brave, aren't you? I'm impressed. Would you like to team up? I would be honored. We need to find 2 more teammates. Henry spots a female student and a pensive expression crosses his face. Yeah, Henry, we know you're hot. You see Henry speaking to a female student with snakes for hair. You can't help but wonder if she might be cursed, just like you. Hi, I'm Meddie, and thank you for asking me to join you. The idea of going in there alone terrifies me. Now we just need 1 more person. I have a recommendation of someone we could ask, but she has a bit of a reputation. You reply with reputation, or you could say I don't really care if someone's got a bad rep. You can't really trust rumors. I'm kind of curious. Let's find out more about this person, their reputation. Misali is known for being a seductress, but she also has an affinity for healing magic, and having a healer in our party would give us an edge. I see. I doubt she'd try to seduce someone like me anyways. Having a healer in our party sounds like a good idea. I say we ask her to join us. Very well. I shall speak to her, Prince Gamaken. You watch Henry stroll off and begin to engage a female student in conversation. Just gonna raise her up. You notice the female student has bunny ears, and you excitedly wonder if she's a member of the beastkin race. You'd really geek out about getting to spend time with a girl that has animal ears. This is every anime otaku's dream come true. Hello, my name is Usagi. Just, picture the bunny ears on top of her head, everybody. I'd be more than happy to join your party with so much eye candy. You glanced over at the handsome fairy, thinking that Usagi must be talking about Henry. You respond with, are your ears real? Are you really a healer? Let's go for the ears. Yes, I'm a bunny beastkin. Sweet. I'm glad you like them so much. Would you like to touch them? Can I really? Usagi lowers her head towards you obligingly, and you reach out to caress Usagi's soft, furry bunny ears. When Usagi lets out a low moan, you quickly pull your hands away. You suddenly wonder what the hell is wrong with you. As you prepare to enter the dark forest with your party you feel most excited about, getting to fight video game-like monsters, or getting to know Henry better and seeing his skills in action. I'm thinking I want to get to know Henry better. Henry shoots you these shy smiles. Read your thought. +1 relationship. Little bubble should be going up the screen. You enter the forest and begin to make your way down the winding path through the towering trees that are blocking out most of the sunlight. The temperature drops due to the lack of sunlight, causing you to shiver. You hope the temperature won't drop further because, due to the fact you're a poison dart frog monster, if the temperature drops too much, your body will shut down and go into hibernation. The deeper we traverse into the dark forest, the more powerful the monsters will become. How do you know that? I read about this particular forest in a book back in my village library. Would you like to read? Indeed. I also like to read. I mostly read fairy tales. They were a great escape from my crappy reality. Fairy tales. Would you believe me if I said there were stories about this world and the people who live here? Ah, are you another worlder? Is it that obvious? Worlders tend to talk about nonsensical things. Every now and then people are summoned from other worlds to be this world's hero. Their mission is to defeat the current demon king, although currently we have a goblin king to worry about. Do you mind me asking what your job class is? You decide to keep it a secret? Tell Henry. Well, if you want to get closer to somebody, you gotta spill the beans about everything, so let's tell Henry. My job class was actually assassin. Meddie's pretty shocked. I see. He seems chill about it. I don't like bad boys. He lifted a flag with her. Yeah, not exactly the noble job class hero that I was hoping for. Your job class doesn't determine your character. You can still choose to be a noble hero if you wish, despite having the job class assassin. It's how you decide to use your skills that will determine what kind of adventurer you will become in the future. Huh. I never thought of it like that. Thank you, Henry. You're very welcome. Ooh, it's looking scarier the deeper you go in the forest. You hear the sound of a branch breaking, and then a low growling sound reaches your ears, sending a shiver up your spine. Oh my god, look at this. It's a werewolf. Level 25 werewolf, everybody. A werewolf monster appears in front of you. You react by saying, "Sweet, a real werewolf monster. I wonder what ability it possesses." Oh, a werewolf monster. What level are they again? I like him to geek out, so we'll go with the first one. My, you're so fearless, Gama. I like my men brave and a little dim. As expected of Prince Gamaken, werewolf monsters are usually level 25. They use long-range lightning attacks. Let me try turning it to stone. Go for it, Meddie. Meddie wills her snakes to glare at the werewolf. The eyes of her snakes begin to glow, but before their petrifying light can hit the werewolf, he instinctively dodges sidewise and avoids the attack. The werewolf howls and opens its maw wide. You watch as it produces a ball of lightning inside its maw. It spits the ball of lightning Meddie's way. Look out. You push Meddie out of the way, and the electric attack passes over your fallen bodies. It's too fast. You look down and realize the compromising position you're suddenly in with Meddie. One of your hands is on her chest. You jump backwards off of Meddie, and the tips of her ears turn purple. Sorry about that. You watch as Meddie pushes herself up off the ground and dusts off her maid's uniform. The rosy glow rises to her cheeks. It's all right. You saved me. Thank you. You notice that Meddie's stockings have gotten torn and her knee is bleeding. You're hurt. Leave that to me. So there should be music playing, but obviously my computer got overheated, so the music stopped. But there is some cool, like, dark music going on when you play this game, so just imagine it, like, in your head. Okay, so leave that to me. Misaki summons her staff from her pocket dimension before waving it through the air. She chants the words of an incantation. Heal. Meddie's wound is enveloped in a golden light and begins to heal right before your eyes. The werewolf opens its maw and prepares to unleash another electric attack your way. Leave this to me, Master Gamaken. Henry unsheaths the sword strapped to his side, revealing its blade is made out of an enchanted blue glass. Henry runs forward and positions himself protectively in front of you and your teammates. The werewolf spits a ball of crackling electric energy his way. Henry slashes his sword through the air and hits the attack in the same way a batter hits a baseball with his bat. Reflect. Henry sends the attack flying back at the werewolf. However, the werewolf is able to jump nimbly sideways and avoid the attack. A normal level 25 werewolf shouldn't be so fast. Status. You bring up your stat window so that you can check out your current available skills. There's your stat window there with your skills. After watching your allies fight against the werewolf, you have an idea of how to beat it. You decide to activate the skill Summon Poison Sword, Summon Poison Seeker Arrow. So this will determine whether you win at this point. So let's see, a werewolf, you could use a sword against them, or you can try to use an arrow, which last time kind of worked if you did one of the routes. I forget which one is the one where you'll win. Oh my god, let's go, let's use the sword. You activate your skill, Summon Poison Sword, and a magic circle appears in front of you, hovering in midair. Your sword materializes and you grab its hilt. You charge forward towards the werewolf and, once close enough, slash your sword at it. However, the werewolf is too nimble and manages to evade your attack easily. Allow me to assist you, Master Gamaken. Henry chants the words of an incantation and swings his sword at the werewolf in order to unleash the attack spell. Moonbeam attack. A beam of silvery light heads towards the werewolf. The attack travels at the speed of light. The werewolf doesn't have enough time to evade the attack. You watch as the werewolf is incinerated. The werewolf lets out an agonizing howl as it disintegrates and leaves behind a red magic crystal. That was amazing, Henry. Yeah, this. I made the wrong choice, so Henry's getting all the compliments. Uh-oh. That attack spell of yours is quite powerful. Thank you. Unfortunately, I cannot use that spell often. My sword absorbs the energy from moonlight and cannot recharge during the day. You hang your head in defeat since you missed your chance to impress Henry and the girls, and now the girls appear to be getting along a little too well with Henry. That was awesome, bro. You're gracious, though. You're pretty gracious. Henry, why do you call me Master? Oh, dear. Have I been saying that out loud? It's because I'm the Blue Fairy's son, and will one day be the next Blue Fairy. That means I will need to find a master to serve and give it my all to make their wish come true. Fairies grant wishes. It's our job. Okay, but why are you interested in me becoming your master? I know you have a noble, kind heart. How, though? You barely know me. I happened to see you before the welcome ceremony. On the path that leads to the school's courtyard, there was a wounded magical beast. Oh, isn't it so cute? Spoiler alert, this little creature will make an appearance in Chapter 3. I watched as all the other students ignored the wounded creature and passed it by. They were too engrossed in their own conversations to even notice it. But you were different. You spotted the creature right away. I saw you use your handkerchief to wrap the wound on its front paw. Afterwards, I watched as you took out your bento lunchbox, opened it, and gave it to the creature before leaving it behind. The tips of your ears turned red out of embarrassment. I can't believe you saw that. Jeez. It was in that moment that I knew you would be a worthy master to serve one day. Okay, I get it. But it's still embarrassing when you call me master. How about just calling me Prince Gamaken instead? If that is your wish, so be it, Prince Gamaken. You can't help but notice that Henry looks a little disappointed by this turn of events, however. Maybe after we graduate from Enchancia Magic Academy, I'll let you call me master. You throw a roguish wink the fairy's way. A pink tinge rises to Henry's cheeks, and he grins. I shall look forward to the day with bated breath, Prince Gamaken. You're surprised about how happy that made Henry, and you're emboldened to consider asking him to be your friend. You've never had a friend your age before. Hey, I know this is going to sound cheesy, but would you like to be my friend? Of course, I would be honored, Prince Gamaken. Great. Hey, I want to be friends with Gama too. Me as well. Wow, really? Then let's all be friends. Yeah, you know, Gama, he's always going to get a harem even if he's playing for the boys. So it's just everybody loves Gama, just so everybody knows. Or else it's going to get confusing. So everyone's after Gama. You share a secret smile with Henry. You and your party members continue your way through the forest and encounter more werewolves along the way. You team up with Henry together, with him using his Moonbeam attack, and with you using your Summon Poison Seeker Arrow skill. You make quick work of the werewolves and continue to impress the ladies and gentlemen. Somehow your party manages to make it to a new area of the forest. Uh-oh, what's going to appear? You wonder what kind of monster will show up next. Well, look what we have here. Delicious prey. Uh-oh, level 45 Gorgon. You react by, cool, snake woman. Look at her tail. Sweet. Maybe. Let's go for, I like this hail. I actually forgot. Let's see about my, which choice is the best one. If she is a friend of yours, Meddie. No way! It's only my hair that was cursed to turn into snakes. I can't grow a snake tail like she can. Or at least, I don't think I can. I think Gama might be a little disappointed about that. That monster is known as a Gorgon. Just like Meddie, you have to be careful not to look her snakes in the eye. Prince Gamaken, if you need to look at the monster, use your sword's blade like a mirror. Got it. The ideal way to fight a Gorgon is to fight them blind, like so. Henry closes his eyes and unsheaths his sword. He listens intently for the buzzing sound of the Gorgon's rattle and then runs forward in that direction. Henry swings his sword at the Gorgon, who starts to will her snakes to target Henry. The snake's eyes are glowing as Henry chops the Gorgon's head off. Another Gorgon appears slithering around the thick trunk of a nearby tree. You humans will pay dearly for killing my sister. In order to help Henry, you activate your skill Summon Poison Arrow. Activate your skill Summon Poison Sword. This time, let's go for the sword because I don't think the arrow is going to work on those scales. You activate your skill Summon Poison Sword, and a magic circle appears in front of you. Your sword materializes a second later, and you grab its hilt. You charge towards the Gorgon, and check its reflection in your sword's blade in order to pinpoint its exact location. Once you're close enough, you slash your sword at it, aiming for its neck. You decapitate the Gorgon, and its body starts to disintegrate and leaves behind a green magic crystal. Well done, Gama. I didn't know you were also a swordsman. That was a splendid display of swordsmanship. As expected of Prince Gamaken. Fighting back-to-back, you and Henry team up and take on the Gorgons that keep appearing in your midst. You realize this area of the forest must be their territory. You little traitor. Why are you helping these humans? I'm not one of you. Stay back. Meddie wills her snakes to target the Gorgon. Her eyes glow and a beam of light heads the Gorgon's way. The Gorgon uses the same ability at the exact same time and cancels out Meddie's attack. You little fool. Did you really think petrification would work on me? And now you shall die. The Gorgon leaps at Meddie with her mouth wide open, flashing her sharp fangs, and prepares to bite Meddie and inject her with her venom. Due to the fact Henry had his eyes closed and you were trying to carefully keep track of the Gorgons by watching them in the reflection of your sword's blade, you both failed to notice Meddie's plight. Meddie, look out! Usagi pushes Meddie out of the way and stands in front of the Gorgon. The Gorgon attacks Usagi instead and sinks her fangs into the bunny priestess's shoulder. Usagi lets out a cry of pain. Usagi, no! Meddie scrambles off the ground and charges towards the Gorgon. As soon as she's close enough, Meddie grabs the Gorgon's snake's hair and tugs. Get off of her! The Gorgon hisses in pain and pulls away from Usagi, setting her sights on Meddie once again. Get out of the way, you traitorous little snake! The Gorgon slashes her tail at Meddie, and her tail collides with Meddie's stomach, sending her flying backwards. Meddie's back hits a tree with an ominous cracking sound, and she slides down the tree's trunk to its base, where she remains unmoving. Meddie, Usagi, crap! Close your eyes and charge towards the Gorgon's general direction. You listen closely until you hear the soft buzzing sound of the Gorgon's rattle. You swing your sword in the Gorgon's direction and manage to cut off her head. The Gorgon's body disintegrates and leaves behind a green crystal. You rush to Meddie's side, crouch down in front of her, put a hand on her shoulder, and shake her gently. Meddie, are you okay? Meddie opens her eyes and groans. Gama, yeah, I'm okay, I think. Here, let me help you up. You offer Meddie your hand and help her up. Meddie winces when she puts weight on her right foot. I think I sprained my ankle, but forget about me. How's Usagi? I think the Gorgon bit her. You turn to see that Henry is attending to an unconscious Usagi. Henry shakes his head grimly. She's been poisoned. Gorgon venom is quite potent. She won't wake up until she's had the antidote. Antidote? Ironically, it's made from the Hippocute herb. Crap. All of a sudden, this exam's location is making a scary kind of sense. We shouldn't be that far from the lake, Prince Gamaken. We should be able to make it. Henry scoops Usagi up into his arms and holds her bridal style. You feel a pang of jealousy at how smoothly Henry did that. Yeah, Henry's got game. You also couldn't help but feel a bit jealous that Usagi gets to be held by Henry like that. You help Meddie. Why don't you give Meddie a piggyback ride? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. I don't want to be a burden. It's no trouble, really. I'd like to have you on my back. I mean, I won't mind having you on my back. I bet you're as light as a feather. Meddie blushes at your slip of the tongue and nods. All right, if you don't mind. You crouch down so Meddie can hop on your back. You grab her legs as she wraps her arms around your neck. When Meddie leans forward, her ample bosom presses against your back in a deliciously sinful manner. Henry glances back at you and nods. You wonder if you imagine seeing a tiny smirk on the fairy's face. I mean, Henry's going to be trying to hook Gama up with everybody because he's like a really good wingman, but he also can have a romance with Gama, so in case people are confused about that one. All right, the lake is this way. Follow me, Prince Gamaken. There's the lake. Henry leads the way swiftly through the forest. 10 minutes later, you're exiting the edge of the forest and arrive at the lake shore. You gaze across the misty lake and look around the lake shore, but frown when you don't see any plant life. Henry, where's the hippocute herb? From what I read about the hippocute herb, it's actually an aquatic plant. That means you'll have to go in the lake in order to find it. You crouch by the water's edge and touch its surface. The water is extremely cold, which causes you to shiver. I have to go in there? I suppose I could go instead, but fairies aren't the best of swimmers, and you are the Frog Prince, so I assumed you are a good swimmer. No, you're right. It makes sense for me to be the one to go. I have a superior swimming ability, and I can breathe underwater. You realize that this is also your chance to finally impress Henry. I'll look after the girls. Right. I'm counting on you to keep them safe, Henry. I am honored by your faith in me. I will protect them with my life. Yeah, just promise me something, okay? Anything, my prince. Don't die. As you wish, my prince. You take off your jacket and shoes before diving into the lake. You swim down deeper into the lake and start searching for the hippocute herb. You see a flash of blue out of the corner of your eye and wonder if it was a fish. Oh my god, another monster. Level 70 fishman, people. Well, what do we have here? A novice adventurer. No, wait. You're not even a real adventurer. You're a magic school student. I recognize the uniform. How amusing. I don't want to fight you. I'm just here for the hippocute herb. Oh, too bad I have no intention of letting you get it. You'll have to kill me first. You activate the skill Summon Poison Arrow and will the arrow to target the fishman. The arrow whooshes through the water and heads towards the fishman, but he swims out of the way. Too slow. You won't catch me, you pathetic weakling. You activate the skill Summon Poison Seeker Arrow next and will target the fishman. The arrow whooshes through the water and heads towards the fishman, who tries to swim out of the way once again. However, this time the arrow pursues him and strikes him from behind. The fishman coughs up blood as he dies. You coward! No matter. My Testing, testing. And the mic is back. Okay. Here we go. The mic is back. Lost the mic. The fishman takes out a horn and blows on it. A powerful sound echoes through the water of the lake. The body of the fishman disintegrates and leaves behind a blue magic crystal. All of a sudden, a pod of 20 fishmen appears and surrounds you. They point their spears your way in a threatening manner. You will die for killing one of us. There is no escape, little frog. You will be our dinner. You realize in that moment that there are too many of them. One attack would leave you open to attack and vulnerable. You need to use an attack that will take them out all at once. You realize what you have to do, but after you use the skill, you won't have that much mana left, which will leave you vulnerable. You decide you have no choice but to risk this. You activate the skill, Summon Poison Arrow Barrage, and a magic circle forms in front of you. You raise your hand and a magic circle follows your movements. You send the magic circle in the direction of the pod of the fishman until it is hovering directly over the group. You slash your hand down through the water and a barrage of arrows rains down on the fishman, impaling them all at once. You watch as the fishmen disintegrate and leave behind blue crystals. The cold water is getting to you, and you feel dizzy. Black spots swim in your vision, and you shake your head to clear it. You look around, and that's when you finally spot the Hipokuta herb. You swim down to the herb and harvest as much as possible. You swim back up to the surface of the lake and take a deep breath once your head pokes out of the water. Whew, you're out of there. You swim back to shore where Henry is waiting for you. You crawl onto the sandy shore, push yourself to your feet, and approach Henry before handing him the pile of herbs. Here, take it, the Hipokuta herbs. Well done. Did you encounter any monsters in the lake? A pod of fishmen, but I took care of them. You took out multiple fishmen at once? They're usually around level 70, so that is quite impressive, as expected of Prince Gamaken. I'll begin making the healing potion right away. Gama, are you all right? You look pale. You sway on your feet as a wave of dizziness washes over you. Prince Gamaken! The last thing you remember hearing before darkness consumes you is Henry calling your voice in a voice laced with worry. And there we go. That is the end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3, I just submitted it. That should be up soon. And that will be a little fun scene with a certain student taking care of you after all of this. And a ghost will appear. So look forward to that, everybody.